Hey Max, Ben here, America's Baseball Camps. Just touching base on the video and swing analysis program for your hitting camp that we did here a few days back, and just wanted to get this information to you and talk about your swing a little bit. So let's go ahead and talk about our stance. Stance is pretty good in regards to our feet. I like where your hands are. I like where your head position is, nice and tall with your posture. So this looks pretty good as far as where you need to be in regards to your swing. So one thing I do see right off the get-go, let's talk about, is that front foot. You notice when I land on the outside part of my foot, and the weight is kind of, my leg's already firm. We don't want that leg to be firm yet until contact. You can see that it's already firm. And the other thing is, if I really analyze your foot, you can see that the weight is on the outside part of our foot, which the weight is towards the field, and I actually want it to stay on the inside part of my legs. You can see you're kind of flat-footed, and the front leg locks out. So at this point, you want to have a nice little arc or a nice little bend. Your back leg's just a little bit bent, but I want to bend it even more to make sure that you have a nice bend in our knees. Because right now that it's your front side is locked out, and it's just something that you really need to work on to keep a good flex in here. And what you can do is you can actually tone down your stride a little bit, and maybe you don't stride as long, and stride to just about here maybe, so you can keep that heel actually more toward the pitcher, and then your toe might be in this bigger green box. So I really stride a little bit more closed, where you keep both of those legs a little bit more bent. And you can see there's a little bit of stride out, which means if I take a line from the back foot in regards to your front foot, you need to make sure you're striding right at the pitcher. You are striding out just a hair, and that is going to make a difference. So just something to be aware about. The other thing I want to talk about is your eye level. As I go to start, you can see that the eye level starts there, and as I go to swing, it does drip and drop a little bit. And that extra 6 inches of drop is going to make a big difference in regards to your bat pass. So those are the things that I see right now in regards to your stance and your setup here. So let's go ahead and keep going here. The other thing I do see, and you notice how this front arm, it begins to lock out on us. So at this point of our swing, you want to make sure there's a little bit of arc in your angle of your arm there. Really be something to be cautious of, because when you straighten that out, it's going to make you long to the ball. And you can see here that this arm is called casting, and what that is, that bottom arm is already firm. You want that to be firm at contact, because that's going to keep us short to the ball. Right now, when this is locked, it makes you long to the ball. So at this point of our swing, you want a little bit of arc in that arm and get that barrel here, so we can really work downhill. And that's gonna make us late here when that arm is locked. A couple things of contact to work on. One, I would tone down that stride a little bit. It's a little bit long, and I'd bring this foot back into about here, so that front leg can be nice and firm for you. You can see it has a little bit of bend in there, and you want to make sure that that's nice and firm. And then this back leg will have a nice bend in it, and it'll be nice and tall with my posture. So I think that'll keep you back, because right now, when you're hitting, if the front knee is obviously bent, you're using a lot of upper body, and you can get a lot more pop into your swing when you're going to have it nice and firm and have it back, to get that nice firmness and get all your weight behind your swing compared to being more upper body. So I think that's very important on your swing here. So let's back this up here. Go back to one of our first swings. That was a little bit better in regards to our alright here. So again, here's the next swing as far as we're landing a little bit flat-footed on that front foot. That's important to keep that heel off the ground. You can see how it starts pretty good, but then as I go to open up, you can see I went to the outside part of my foot. Watch that stride where it goes straight ahead. All right, that was much better on your front side being firm. You can see that angle of that foot. This could have a little bit more bend in it in regards to your leg. Your posture was much better. Your head was on the baseball, and all in all, that was a pretty good swing. Let's check out your casting on this to see how that bottom arm, if it bars out on you too early. A little bit better, but you can see still a little bit of firmness in that front arm. Not bad though. Just be patient, let that ball come to you. You do want to hit the ball a little bit more out in front sometimes, so make sure that ball travels to you and get you in a good position to hit. So kind of fell over on that little swing. So make sure you try to hold that finish. And I think with that stride being a little bit too long, you'll have better position and better foundation if you're going to not take a long stride and to kind of tone down that stride a little bit. It's also going to keep your head from going forward. You can see that head's leaking a little bit towards for that front foot, where right now you want your head to be more in this back leg right here, and that'll just help you stay back and use more power. So I think you can get a lot more power out of your swing, tone down your stride, watch that lower arm. Make sure your front side is firm and your back side, you stay on your back leg. You can see how we have a little bit of firmness in the back leg, and right now that back leg should be nice and bent, which gets your kind of your posture back in here and your head back in this area. Is going to help you with your power a lot. So just a couple more things that I saw in video that I want to pass on to you, and thanks for coming to camp. Wish you a great season this summer, and look forward to seeing you back at camp real soon.